I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli. These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to
Huh? That
On the contrary.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc and if you hadn't created the pressure of a battle...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
right! As Zhongli always told us...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of... As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the... Uncover that answer for your...
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon?
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
You're so... Paimon can't... So, Zhongli...
One of the
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such...
Ah, forget it.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think... There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mount, gods and adepti live glorious. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that, having been thwarted in his trial, Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the... So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how... Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither... Did Zhongli tell them in secret? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like...
Off we go!
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract.
3,700 years.
We, the people of Liyue,
The long, unending dream of our
now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of her Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she
Traveler.
Yikes! She really...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa...
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Rex Lapis. Perhaps memento.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered. Well, that's fine. Suffer no...
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this... When I was journeying with you, though...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not be...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never I will treasure the memories that I made. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes. The nation has been closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lap.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their life. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desk, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders.
They want to seize visions? But why?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's...
Whoa.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom. The fact that even I, the oldest, knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did... I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign religion. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position... All right then. Was there anything else? Well then, I suppose...
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say, anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Another person to count on is always good after all.
Yep, and it's even harder.
Ah, yes. Let me consult our records.
Blonde. Dress is all funny. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like his?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Seriously? How does chances of
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about. Nonetheless, after all, it is. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the Well, as to further, he stands guard at the. I wish you every success, adventurer. Ad Astra Abyssa.
Let's go find some treasure. Benny's adventure team, assemble! again.
The right of Parliament.
Adventure time!
Honorary knight. Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that as long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she...
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that... Anyways... Oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
My strength still fails me.
What? You need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights or the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, anyway, let's go to...
Adventure time!
Come in, take a seat. We have a few... What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a book?
That I have. He comes here every night. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after. I don't know anything else about him, but from his select...
And what's Master D-Luke's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's...
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some... There's too many raucous patrons on the first...